Tell me, why are we seeing much of the women conversation heading to the east of the continent at this particular time?
I think it's also because of what we are seeing that's very exciting around East Africa. The amount of companies that are being formed and the focus that they have. So East Africa is happening at the moment. And that is why we partnered with the Global Entrepreneurship Week, where we're launching the Pan-African Women Accelerator, together with one of our founders, which is Ideas for Africa, also based in Rwanda. So there's a lot of excitement about what women are able to do in East Africa and how we can collaborate with other women across the continent, because then this does not just become something for East Africa, it then becomes a continental affair.
It's rather very interesting that we're speaking about matters of sustainable development, and this has everything to do with women and the youth. Now, we know that, of course, according to International Financial Corporation, IFC, we're still looking at only 42% of entrepreneurship accountable to the women. The women account for 42% and about 58% of the informal sector. Tell me, in terms of sustainable development, what needs to be done to actually raise these numbers? They're really good numbers, but how do we pull them up?
Okay, this is exactly what PAWA would like to achieve. And what we need is to provide sustainable support for these businesses to be able to grow. Because you find that a lot of the women are SMMEs or SMEs. Through the support that we are looking to provide with mentorship and coaching, and also teaching women how to grow their businesses. This is exactly what we are looking to do to lift those numbers from the 42% that you're already seeing.
You're talking about, of course, this particular thing called mentorship, and we've seen it come a lot when it comes to entrepreneurship on the continent. We're still looking at cases where you find entrepreneurs having very limited access to financement. But in these big numbers of entrepreneurs that actually don't get enough financement, women still take the biggest percentage. Tell me, is there a way that we're going about this to see that actually women initiatives get more financement for their ideas?
Exactly. So part of the program that PAWA will be offering will be access to finance and access to markets. And also the awareness that the GEW is going to have around womenpreneurs is to put them in front of such financiers and opportunities like that. What we also will be offering as part of PAWA are exchange programs with different countries in the continent. That also increases the possibility of being financed. And also with the mentoring and coaching, what it does is it gives the woman the confidence to be able to face a financier and be able to sell their businesses as a growing business, as a big business. One of the challenges we find with women businesses is often they speak about my little business. And in my coaching sessions, or mentoring sessions, I often encourage women to see their businesses as either global or countrywide, as opposed to something that they're doing just to survive. And hence, financiers look at somebody who's got a bigger vision.
Mulalo, when you speak about my small business, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking that women are trying to do things on their own, which is good. But as a mentor, on the other hand, don't you see that there probably is a need for more cooperatives, like women coming together and do more? What is your take on that particular point?
That is also an opportunity, and we'll be able to talk to women about such initiatives, because there is a space for an individual-run business. There's also a space for cooperatives, and that depends on the sector and what the individual's objective is. So what is important in coaching and in supporting women and entrepreneurs in general is to understand where the entrepreneur wants to go. And depending on that, you can clearly advise the person on what type of a business will be worthwhile.
Global Entrepreneurship Week 2018 is happening, and of course we're looking at some different areas that would be tackled. Care to expand on that?
In areas in terms of around Kigali, or areas in terms of sectors?
Areas of, yes, definitely.
Okay. So the sectors vary. It could be in ICT, it could be agriculture, it could be manufacturing. So we're looking at the entire entrepreneurship journey or entrepreneurship sectors. So we're not specific to any given one, because we understand and we have looked at the women, they operate in all these sectors, but we see a lack of women really taking up the manufacturing opportunities. So we would like to introduce more women into the manufacturing sectors.
Of course, manufacturing sectors also walk hand in hand with STEM, the science and technology, and of course mathematics. And we've not seen a very big uptake on the continent. I mean, some countries are really trying, but others, it's, you know, very little numbers. Tell me, what would you say to politicians out there or academicians themselves? What needs to be done to actually ensure that we don't just say there is no women in manufacturing, but what could we do to lure them in?
We need to really have a concerted effort towards encouraging women to get into the STEM subjects. I think the biggest disfavor we've done to ourselves is to term the STEM subjects very difficult for women to understand. Clearly, in my growing up as well, I was encouraged to drop maths and science, which I vehemently refused. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to study a big comp like I did. So it's to encourage young girls and show them that they can actually do it. We need more role models coming up and showing their success stories. We're seeing more and more of that being told. But the African story hasn't come as quickly as more the global and international stories. So the African child still sees global women as the ones involved in STEM. But what I would encourage academicians and your broadcasters and your newsworthy people to talk more about the African story. How many women have actually studied in STEM? What are they doing? How they have progressed, so that that role model can be relevant to an African child.
Finally, before I let you go, Mulalo, of course, we're looking at Womenpreneur, a word that is rather very interesting when you're speaking about this generation of very many SMEs coming up. Tell me, what exactly does this bring to the table when we go to big events like this ones, the Global Entrepreneurship Week and the Women Entrepreneurship Week? Womenpreneur, at the core of all this conversation, what power does it come with?
The power it comes with, it brings unity. You spoke about cooperatives. It brings encouragement. It brings role models. It introduces you to a different way of doing business. And it also gives you an opportunity to network and showcase. Because often we speak about how lonely the entrepreneurial journey is. And this is a big opportunity for women to find like-minded women and know that this journey is doable. And there's nothing difficult with it. So come along and come and see other women who have succeeded. Get opportunity to know what else is available for you as a woman building a business in Rwanda.